Over the next few months, we settled into an awkward routine. Sunday dinners at their house, my mom teaching Lily to bake the same cookies she used to make with me, my dad showing her his model train collection that had somehow survived all these years. It wasn't perfect. There were arguments, tears, moments when old wounds reopened, but there were also moments of healing I never thought possible. One night, after Lily had gone to bed, my dad and I sat alone on their back porch. He hadn't had a drink since coming out of that coma, he told me. When my mom had to tell him what he'd done, he couldn't believe he was capable of it. I spent years hating myself for driving you away, he said, then spent years trying to find you to make it right. You didn't try hard enough, I said. The words came out harsher than I intended. You're right, he said simply. I failed you. I can't change that. But I swear to you, I won't fail you or Lily again. My mom's condition deteriorated faster than the doctors predicted. 4 months after we reconnected, she was in hospice care. I took leave from work to help care for her. Lily would sit by her bed after school, reading to her, or just holding her hand. The night before she died, my mom asked to speak to me alone. She was so thin by then, barely a shadow of the woman who raised me. I should have stood up for you, she whispered. I should have followed you out that door. Not a day went by that I didn't hate myself for staying silent. I held her hand, the same way my daughter had been doing. I forgive you, Mom. She shook her head weakly. Don't say that yet. There's something else you need to know. She told me that my dad had been trying to find me for over a decade. The accident was real, but her story about him forgetting wasn't entirely true. He remembered everything within a year of recovery. They'd hired private investigators, searched social media, even put up billboards in nearby cities with my picture. Then why didn't you find me? I asked. I was on Facebook. I used my real name. I never hid, because I told them to stop looking, she said, her voice barely audible. I was ashamed. I couldn't face what we'd done to you. Your father wanted to keep searching, but I convinced him you were better off without us. I couldn't speak. All these years, I thought they hadn't cared enough to look for me, but they had looked. And my mom had been the one to give up. I'm telling you this because I don't want you to blame him, she said. Be angry with me if you need to be, but don't punish him for my cowardice. She died the next morning with all 3 of us by her side. After the funeral, I found my dad sitting alone in their bedroom, holding that silver baby bracelet they'd bought so many years ago. Did she tell you? He asked without looking up. I nodded, sitting beside him on the bed. I should have kept looking anyway, he said. I should have found you despite her. You found me eventually, I said. That's what matters now. It's been 2 years since my mom passed. My dad sold their house and bought a smaller place just a few blocks from us. He picks Lily up from school sometimes, goes to all her volleyball games. Last month, he helped her with a science project and they took first place. Yesterday, Lily asked if she could start calling him Grandpa instead of Mr. Thomas. I said that was fine with me. People ask why I finally answered when my parents reached out after all those years. I tell them it wasn't about my parents deserving forgiveness. It was about my daughter deserving to know her family, flaws and all. And maybe it was about me too, finally letting go of the angry, frightened teenager I once was. Forgiveness doesn't make the past disappear, but it does make room for a better future. And that future includes my dad teaching Lily to drive, just like he taught me. Some circles are meant to be completed, even if it takes a lifetime to draw them.